Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is my way of doing recap on the game 8 of the FIDE World Chess Championship match which was played in Singapore some months ago in this year 2024. This is game 8 between Gukesh and Ding Liren. Yeah, Grandmaster Gukesh is from India and Ding Liren is from China. Let's check out this game and see the beauty the game has to offer. Well, it's just a recap, so we can learn one or two things while I talk about the game as we watch it. In this particular game, Ding Liren is playing the white pieces. Gukesh is playing the black pieces. This is the game 8. So, Ding Liren chooses to start with pawn to c4. This structure resembles the structure for the English opening. Whenever you see a pawn push to c4, just know that this is a setup for the English opening. However, it can change. There's something we call transposition in chess. You can transpose from one opening structure to another opening structure. So let's just continue and see the beauty this has to offer us. Well, this game continued after Gukesh replied with e5, going for center control, not minding challenging the pawn right away on c4. Challenging the pawn right away comes with a pawn push to d5. Well, these are grandmasters games, so we have some things to learn. Well, knight to c3, developing minor pieces, standard understanding. Then bishop to b4, attacking this knight. Do you know it's possible to play queen to c2? I used to play that kind of setup. Queen to c2, bishop takes, queen takes bishop, and everything is nice. But here, what we see is knight to d5. Sincerely, me, I've been playing chess. I've never played this kind of move before. That's the truth. I won't just tell you fake. I've not think of it before. So this comes to me as a new concept, a new idea. So one way or the other, I also learned from their game. I watched the game, I enjoyed it live. Not like I was not in the venue, but I was watching it as the game was proceeding. So I was enjoying what Gukesh and Ding Liren played. Well, let's continue. Bishop back to e7. You know why? Because that bishop was under attack after the knight moved to d5. So for you watching it right now, if you are a beginner within the range of ELO 500 to ELO 1000 or 1-2, this concept will work well with you. However, those who are higher in ratings, such as probably ELO 1-2 to ELO 2000, 2-3, and 2-5, you already know this concept. So bishop to e7 keeps the bishop safe under the guardians of this knight and the queen and the king. Of course, in a case where knight takes, knight will take instead, not the queen or not the king. In the sense that knight will be developed, pawn will be pushed, bishop will come outside, king will be castled, queen develops, and the rooks are connected, completing development by black. However, in the game, taking it back to where it was, in this position we should have a continuation by white, right? White instantly went for knight over to f3, attacking the pawn. This is logical, very understanding. If it was you playing this position, how will you continue? Do you think you're going to leave that pawn there, or do you have any other concept or idea you can play in this position? You can drop your idea in the comment section. However, from this position, simply there is pawn defense, there's knight defense. So what did Gukesh choose to play? He went on with d6. Basic understanding, defending the pawn. Pawn push to g3 with the intention opening this square g2 to put the bishop there and make the bishop strong on this long diagonal. Here we have c6. What did c6 do? c6 is attacking the knight. Yeah, you don't just go continue with your piece under attack, you're leaving it there. No, don't do that. So the knight is under attack. What to do? It is in this position that Ding Liren says, okay, I have a developed knight. Bringing it back home doesn't speak well. Taking it back here is still okay. Yes, but I'm going to twist things up by taking the bishop first. Knight took, and the game continued when he placed his bishop on g2. Here, Gukesh actually developed the pawn well, supporting the center. Ding Liren castles, bishop to e6, pawn to b3, defending this pawn on c4. d5 follows. Here we have bishop to a3. What is the idea behind bishop to a3? We have to find out. Let's see. After this castling, we have rook, then bishop, pawn push to a5, knight moves. Here, rook is pushed away from the pin. You know, the bishop pins the knight to the rook. So that the knight can move, he has to move that rook first to e8. Pawn push f4, pawn takes, rook takes. Here we have pawn takes, now pawn takes. Over to black. What to do? Black made a move that buys him tempo with knight to g6. Attacking the rook. Leaving the rook here is not that good. So taking the rook back, if it is me, I'll have think of that option. But the grandmaster who played this, Dean Liren, choose to play a more creative move with rook to e4. Rook to e4 pins the bishop to the rook for now, temporarily. They see a move like this, bishop to f5, rook takes rook, queen takes. Everybody's fine. However, knight to a6 comes up first. Yeah. After knight to a6, what we see is knight to c2, queen moved. Now we have knight to d4. After queen move connecting the two rooks, knight to d4 comes up as a concept to harass the bishop. Since the bishop has only one defender, which is the rook, it will be a big mistake for Grandmaster Domeraju to play a move like this, which will lead to rook takes bishop. Then this happened. This is not a good concept. So that's why in this position, he said, okay, let me play the best move at the moment. He played bishop to f7. Now, pawn defends the rook. Knight comes in. Knight follows, going for knight exchange. He declined. Only when did Dean Liren choose to capture the rook. He take Gukesh took. Then now rook comes to a file where it becomes active. The rook on c1 is being blocked by the pawn on c4, his own pawn. So he decides to go to a free file. So in case of any activity happens, he can grab this pawn. But for now, the game continues after pawn takes, queen check. Very logical. This check comes to defend this pawn. You know, if this check did not happen, if for example pawn takes back, you see rook will just take instantly and you're losing a pawn. Although there is still a pawn to be recaptured, yes, but white is going to have this active rook. You know, this bishop is here on this diagonal, you know, and we have this knight coming over again soon. Probably knight up, bishop will be strong, then the rook is coming, harassing the queen. So Gukesh, who made his calculations clear and prepared for this, played queen check first. With this queen check, king has to go somewhere. King came to f1. Now, only now did pawn take. After pawn took, this happened. Allowing bishop to take this was looking as if, did Dean Liren know what he's doing? Well, the many variation will shock you. In fact, the continuation shocked everybody, not only one person. This is what happened. After offering this pawn, bishop takes the pawn on a2 by Gukesh. Nice. This is where harassment starts by Dean Liren. He capitalized on this capture and started harassing the black queen. First, he went with bishop to d4, harassing that queen. Yeah. Knight blocks. Now he brings in the rook. You see, 1, 2, pressure on this one queen. What is our offense? Only because her bishop, the black bishop, took a pawn just like that. Now the whole pressure is on her. Well, Gukesh says, okay, let me find a way to free up things. He put bishop to b3 first, attacking the queen. Queen side steps to e1 with the systematic understanding to join this attack through this diagonal. Bishop goes back to e6. Here, queen now join. Many pressure. What to do? Rook to c8, defending. In this position here, if you look at the time is almost closer to themselves, but the Lereng is down on time, which with the white spaces. He's having 13 minutes 09 seconds, I think. Then Gukesh has 25 minutes 70 seconds. So what do we do? And Gukesh wants to hold on to his 1 pawn advantage. If you count number of pawns, 1, 2, 3, 4, Gukesh has 5. And if care is not taken, this pawn is coming as a supporter. They are both coming. One of them might become a queen. But he has to stabilize this pressure first. He has to make sure that there's no more threat before pushing the pawns. How will he cope? He has defended with the rook to c8. This time around, Dink says, okay, let me retrace my step by bringing in the knight here. Knight to d4 with the intention to do this thing. Let me show you something. See, if this bishop still stay here and maybe he says, okay, let me just do this, this will be a problem because knight takes. Knight cannot take. It's not possible. Queen will just take it, you know. This will lead to 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3. In this position, Ding Liren has an extra bishop to fight against 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If the queens and queen leave the board, white is having a better position. And as you can see, the queen attacks this pawn. A threat of bishop to d5 is coming to pin the queen. What to do? We go back to this position after knight to d4. What he did was, Gukesh saw this. That's why they are grandmasters. He played bishop to f7 instantly. With bishop to f7, he has neutralized to an extent. Ding Liren says, okay, let me find a way to buttress the point. He now did this. Who would ever think of this? These grandmasters, how do they reason? Is he trying to tell me he's going to give out the bishop and the knight just for nothing? No, he gave it out for a reason. And this is what he gave it out for. He says, rook should take. That's a daring. Gukesh took it. Bishop took. Now, queen took. Still keeping the queen under pin from the rook on c1. Here he went on with bishop takes. Now, he did not take back. He wants to just keep the tension and give back material and still hold on to his 1 pawn advantage because he has calculated it and see that, okay, I think in this position I have to reduce the pressure and play natural to see if I can promote these pawns. So, what happened after this move, h6? Ding Liren played king. After this move, he played again. After this move, now he moved the king. This systematic movement of the king, bringing it closer to the rook, defends the rook, and threatens to take this pawn with a discover check to the queen. That is why Gukesh moved the queen away to g2, going after the pawn. Queen comes to f2, defending the pawn, offering queen exchange. Don't want to lose more pawns because these 2 pawns are already appearing extra strong. Queen goes back, queen follows, queen goes back, queen follows. Now we have the deciding moment if this game is going to be a draw or not. One more repetition, the game is a draw by repetitions. So after Ding Liren goes back with the queen to d4, Gukesh changed it. He did not go back to g2. Instead, he played check. Queen to a2 check. Rook blocks, attacking that queen. Queen goes back. This enables Ding Liren to find a combination with check to the king. King goes into hiding, then he picks up a pawn. Now we have equal number of pawns, and the time in the clock with increments now are looking at themselves on the same level. So nobody's higher with number of clocks. At the same time, the position is not looking easy to penetrate. That pawn here on b2 is under attack from 2 pieces, so it might be captured. This is why Gukesh says, okay, let me push it forward, attacking the rook. Rook goes down, then he played this move. This is a tricky move in the sense that if bishop moves in a hurry, then queen will be captured. So a better place to put the bishop is somewhere around here. Then let's not forget there is another tricky approach with I think it will not just work. It won't work. If you say you want to do knight here, check, it will not happen instantly. So maybe an idea with pawn push will come, rook will go away, then this attack comes up that picks up the queen. So it is time for Dean Liren to make a decision. What did he do? Instead, he keep the queen on b4 away from a5. These are the differences. After queen comes here, then he played this check so that this queen cannot take the pawn. He offered the queen. Queen takes queen, pawn takes, he pushes. Now, what to do? If the rook goes up, there is a queen coming on board. That is total loss, complete loss for white. If the rook comes somewhere here, then bishop follows. Support this pawn. The rook is gone. What to do? In this position, we see rook to b1. So if bishop comes now, rook will just take the pawn. So first of all, this is what happened. Bishop to a2 come up. Rook takes, knight attack. Forking both the king and the rook. After this attack, king to c2 followed. Knight takes on b2. The both party, or move 51, agreed to a draw. Did you see that? It's possible. This is a draw, complete draw. You just take, and now we have opposite colored bishop. This is a light squared bishop, and this is a dark square bishop. Now, how does this end in a draw? You can play this out on your own. You can say, white has an extra pawn. How did the pawn want to pass? It's not true here. In this game, white idea will want to promote a pawn. Black idea will not want to allow white to pass, and at the same time will keep his pawns on dark square against the dark squared bishop of the white player. Then this person too, white will put the pawn on the white squares against this white squared bishop, and nobody want to push anything again, because if you try to push, the bishop will take. Well, I believe we have enjoyed this game to this extent. Thank you for watching. Well, the score at the end is now Gukesh has 4 points and Dean Liren has 4 points after the end of round 8. So watch out for round 9 or game 9 on this channel. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye.